Hey. So been a little bit. Yeah. So the reason why I haven't been posting in a while is I'm there was a strike. There was an actor strike, and that whole thing kind of put a damper on stuff, and they didn't really want the actors promoting or doing any content that were like based around the studios. And so I know podcasts, they later said, was kind of like a gray area, but I made the decision and I was like, we're just gonna take a little hiatus. Just take a little hiatus. We'll pick some stuff back up when the strike is over. It can't take that long, right? It took a long time. It took a really, really long time.
The Uncle Wendell show went on hiatus, but everyone knows that means it's canceled.
And now here we are at the end of the year, 2023, in the holiday season, which now in the holidays, nothing happens in Hollywood. Like no productions really start up or whatever. So I'm not expecting anything for me to get busy again until January at the earliest, like mid-January, with like auditions and work and stuff. So whatever, it's fine. So for now, I'm just kind of hanging out, doing some personal projects. I did a short film. I wrote, directed, and kind of also acted in a short film that is really unhinged. And take your shoes and socks off. Anyway, you'll see that pretty soon. That's very different from everything else that I've done. And then I was still able to do so the strike that was happening, that was just for the TV and film contracts. So other work within acting was still able to continue. So I did a LinkedIn commercial like a month or two ago. I haven't seen it yet. If anyone has seen it, let me know. I think it's supposed to play as like a pre-roll on YouTube ads. But anyway, so I did that. And then I'm still working on this video game that I've been in, that I'm still in. I think they've been working on that now I've been working on it for 3-something years. So it's a long time coming, but I think it might be coming next year. I don't know, I'll keep you posted. We'll probably live stream it and play it and do that whole thing. Today, I thought, what better way to kick things off again and start making videos on a more regular basis than to do a video about how I took advantage of a multimedia conglomerate. So today's video is all the shit I stole from Disney. Okay, asterisk on that one. I didn't technically steal most of it. Most of it I bought. So after each season of the show, they would do like a yard sale kind of thing. So it was like all of the set dressing, all of the wardrobe, the props, stuff like that. They would basically just make a big yard sale and say, "Hey, cast crew, anyone that wants to buy this stuff, you can buy it cheap." You could furnish an entire home with the amount of stuff that we had. Wardrobe wise, it was pretty fortunate that a lot of it already fit me because it was my wardrobe, so I was able to keep a lot of my wardrobe, and then some other wardrobe that wasn't mine. We'll get to that. Yeah, so a lot of that I ended up with, and some other stuff just disappeared. I don't know. Happens. Okay, we're kicking things off with this cell phone, but not just any cell phone. This is the cell phone from the episode where Matt has a very iconic line of, the doorbell. I'll get that. And he actually, I think he takes some calls to his agent or something on this. And then later, this cell phone right here would be, I think it was over here. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Look at that. It became the meme. And this is the phone. So this was actually my real phone at the time. This was my first cell phone. I was like 11 or 12. And I think the story was with this is that, and also, just to back up, I know today kids have phones at like birth. But back then, to have a cell phone at like, you guys know, having a phone at like 11, that was weird. Like, whoa, you have a phone? That's cool. So yeah, I was very cool, and I had this cell phone, which I believe actually came from the kid that played Lanny, Christian Copeland. His mom, I think, had this as like a spare phone and then gave it to my dad for some reason, and then my dad gave it to me and connected it to our phone plan, and this was it. And it's honestly, it's adorable. This looks like a baby's phone right now, but this was a big boy phone. All right. I had like custom like ringtones and stuff that you could just record with the keypad, which is very fun. And then I wanted to do something that was just like, Lelaine and Hillary on set. They had, it's like Hillary had like a Razor phone with the original ones. Very cool phones, and like flip phones. This is not a flip phone, but they had theirs all bedazzled. I think somebody on the crew bedazzled. I think maybe it was someone in the wardrobe department bedazzled them for them, and I wanted the same thing because that's cool. So I got an American flag. Look at that, very bedazzling. And then down here is a picture of me printed out on a sticker that somebody, I think it was one of the Disney executives or something, had a watch that had a camera on it for some reason, and he was able to print out photos. And I was like, that's cool, take a photo of me. And then he printed it out, and that's what's been on my phone since I was 11 or 12. And that was taken on set. So that's fun. Are you guys thirsty? Well, how about some Cardio Punch? Here's an actual Cardio Punch bottle that all the liquid, or at least most of the liquid, has been emptied out of it, but there's some remaining in there, and boy, oh boy, that looks disgusting. So this was from the episode when Matt lands a TV commercial, and it's for Cardio Punch, the lifeblood of your workout. And he and Dad, Sam, have to go and be in the commercial, and they're doing the rock climbing wall and everything. And then Sam is all scared of heights. And then the director is the guy from Star Trek, and he's really mean. And then Matt says some things to the director, like, hey, you buddy, don't you, that's the best dad in the world up there. And then they just record over that, and they dub it, and they're like, that's the best sports punch in the world up there. And yeah, so that was the commercial, but this is it. This is the actual bottle. Good times. I think that I haven't really seen a water bottle, sports bottle like this in quite some time, because the amount of plastic that lid is actually very impressive. I think this cap, this little nozzle cap thing, has more plastic than an entire case of modern day water bottles. So, wow, yeah, times have changed. Well, tarnation, folks, it's Grubby Gulch. Or it's Grubby Long Johns from Grubby Gulch. Yeah, so this is Grubby. This is the Grubby doll that Matt has from the episode where Matt and then the other people in the show, they go to this old Western themed amusement park, which Matt is totally excited about, and so are the parents. But Lizzie and Gordy and Miranda are not enthused by whatsoever. And yeah, this is the Grubby doll that Matt just cuddles and loves. It looks like a G.I. Joe, that, because he's buff. I mean, Grubby's got a six-pack. Grubby's packing. And I can't pull up the sleeves, but like, just take my word for it. Grubby's got some guns right up here. Yeah, we got a ticket to the gun show. Yeah, and then they kind of, it looks like, made a custom outfit for him. Somebody sewed this and then painted his beard gray, gave him some Woody boots from a Woody doll, and then even scratched off the Andy on the bottom. And then they're just hot glued on there. And there you go. You get a Grubby Gulch doll. He lost his hat, though, unfortunately. I don't know what happened to that hat. That's too bad. It's too bad. But if he does the splits, whoop, tore his pants. Happens to the best of us. Does it still fit? Yep. It definitely does. Oh yeah, that still fits. This is the Team McGuire jacket, the racing jacket that Matt and Sam and Gordo have when they build a soapbox derby racer car. And then check it out, Team McGuire. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I can definitely not wear this anymore. But yeah, this is from that episode, and it was custom made for me. And even says Matt right there, which is cute. I wonder if Bobby has his, if he kept it, because that would probably fit me now, and not this one. It's a little tight. I'll check with Bobby, see if he has his. All right, now this item has been hanging in my office bathroom up until very recently. I just remodeled everything, and I took it down because it doesn't really fit the decor anymore. I'll find another spot for it eventually. Things once you remodel something and redo something and like clean it all out, like, oh yeah, it's nice and clean, and then you just start accumulating things on the walls slowly but surely. The whole cycle continues. Anyway, this was hanging up there for quite some time, and this was my parking space, like, name thing, reservation thingy at the studio, at Rimar Studios when we filmed. That was, I don't know who made this. Somebody, maybe Transpo department, art department, they made this, but they made it for everybody. And it looks just like our opening sequence, which is really cute. And it even says a Stan Rogo production. Very cute. I'm really glad that I have this because it is so of the time. And yeah, this is just a really, really nice little reminder thing that I have. So this sign also does bring up something. As it says right there, a Stan Rogow production. So Stan Rogow was our producer, showrunner. He was basically one of the main people who made the show, period. Made the show. And this past week, he sadly passed away. Stan, as I found out just recently, Sam was the one who actually allowed me to be able to do the Steven Spielberg movie and the Lizzie pilot at the same time. He worked it out. He was there and, cast or, was one of the deciding people in casting everybody. So I had talked with Hallie Todd. I had texted with her when we found out. And, she said it, pretty bluntly. We owe him a lot. Kind of changed our lives. And that's really true. He really did. He'll be missed. And I appreciate everything that he did for me. One thing I do want to talk about that I had for a very long time, up until maybe, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, I don't know, something like that. But in the episode where Matt and Lanny realize that they're really good at making smoothies, they then start a nightclub based around the smoothies. I don't know. And it becomes Club Flamingo. And they had this big neon sign that had lights all around the edges that flashed. And then the neon was a flamingo and it said Club Flamingo. I had that neon sign for a long time. I don't think I ever did anything with it, didn't install it anywhere, didn't light it up, anything. But I think that one bit the dust, yeah, like 10 something, 15 something years ago. And that's just the way it goes. That was a cool sign. That was a very cool sign. I'm sad that I just didn't have the space for it. Yeah. All right, so these next items, I just want to preface, I only have them because my mom liked the wardrobe and it fit her for the most part, and she liked the clothes and she wore them for a few years, and then they got put into storage. So I just have these. Okay, so I have an item of clothing right here, not Matt McGuire's clothing, but I have one of Lizzie's shirts. My mom really liked this shirt, so we have it now. But this was, I believe, from the episode where Lizzie has, there's a young 7th grader that basically befriends Lizzie and then decides that she's going to just copy Lizzie and just dress exactly like her. And so I think they had a couple of these. And so here you go. This is Lizzie's shirt with the comic book thing on it. All right, let's see if I fit this thing. No, I'm kidding. No, okay, I'm not gonna wear this. And then in that same episode, the 7th grader, after being rejected by Lizzie, goes and copies Kate. And so this is Kate's shirt with all the frills and everything from that episode. And it even says Kate at the top of it. It even says that right there. I think, honestly, there's more of this. In general, there is probably 10 times the amount of this stuff. This is just what I had my parents send me in a box of, like, yeah, just send me a good sampling of things. A lot of this is just lives in my parents' attic. And there is so much more there. There's tons of clothes that are just random that I don't even know what episode they're from. And so I'm just like, I know it's wardrobe from some episodes. I have it. So I didn't want to go through the time of sitting through every single episode trying to find the wardrobe. And then there's other things too that unfortunately are just gone. I also had the chandelier from the McGuire house. I think, is that one at my parents' attic? It might be. Or I got rid of it. I don't know. If I just needed a chandelier, you know? What's funny though is I also have, so I have like lamps and stuff from like the McGuire house, and then like I have the little dresser thing that was at the front door, and and I have one other thing. I have the mirror that was at the front door. This is at, whoa, hey, look at that. Oh, that's fun. Look at that. Ooh, hi. Hey, there's me. Wow. Hey, T-Max. What's up, bud? He's Christmas kitty right now. Yeah, I have a lot of the set dressing stuff like that. And what was funny is when we were doing the reboot and they were like basically remaking the McGuire house and trying to get things as close as possible to what the original was just off of reference photos, the set dressing team did phenomenal. Like, it looked very much like the same house. It was kind of cool. But I told them, I was like, oh yeah, I wish you guys like asked me, because I have all this stuff. I could have just let you borrow it. Would have made your job a lot easier. They were a little upset about that. They had no idea. Why would they know? But yeah, that would have been very, very helpful for them to do their job. Apparently, this mirror only appeared in season 2, and that it was a different mirror in season 1. I guarantee you, somebody at that yard sale thing, season 1, got it. And maybe it's in their hallway or something. Or maybe they sold it on eBay. Could have been. This is not about you. I'm sorry, everybody. Please ignore T-Max. He's addicted to the limelight. He wants to follow in the footsteps of his father. He's trying to upstage me. Anyway, here's an item that my parents had this in their kitchen for a very long time, and then I have it in my kitchen. It's kind of dirty and it needs to be a little cleaned up. But this just had like, utensils, like wooden utensils and stuff in it. And then I was rewatching some of the Lizzie episodes a handful of years ago. And, I was like, oh shit, that's that thing that's in my kitchen. Didn't know that was from the show. But yeah, this is you. I think there's quite a few scenes of like animated Lizzie next to this thing on the counter. Yeah, here it is in all of its glory. My mom was also really into roosters back in the early 2000s. So we had a lot of rooster themed things. So there was no reason why I was to believe that this was a Lizzie related thing and not just part of her rooster phase. It was a phase mom. Okay, so here's this shirt. This is one of Matt's shirts that I remember very clearly because, and I think I can't remember which episode it's on. I'll put the episode up here of what it is. But this shirt was the one that I was wearing in my like Disney promotional photos that I took. So they had everybody like they took us aside during like lunch or something individually one week, and they had a photographer from Disney or hired by Disney who took these promotional photos of us. For me, I was in like, we went to the commissary on the lot, and I was like in front of like this metal door or like roller door window thing, and took a photo of me with this shirt. I guess this was my wardrobe for the episode, and I was still in wardrobe, so they did that. And then that became the photo that had like a little Disney branded thing at the bottom that I would sign that photo at all the Disney events and everything and all the approved events and stuff. So they would just provide that, and that was it. I don't know what everybody else's photos looked like. I can't remember. But yeah, this was that. And then a handful of years ago, if you go into my Instagram, I recreated, this was part of like when the reboot was being announced, I on my own recreated a couple of the photos from the original press photos, and one of them was I recreated this, but I didn't know like where this shirt was. Of course I don't fit this shirt, but I had to Photoshop, and well, okay, I did a little bit of practical. I just got like tape, gray tape, and then some red tape, and I put it on the sleeves of this shirt, and then I did some Photoshop magic to kind of make it look right. But yeah, there's the shirt. Oh, it's Quicksilver. I remember having a lot of Quicksilver shirts, shorts, accessories. That was... I don't think I'm going to wear any Quicksilver anymore. Okay. This item is probably going to turn some heads. Okay, this is a very significant item within Lizzie McGuire lore. Okay? Are you ready? These are the jeans. The jeans from the Style Shack. Best Dressed for Less, or Kiss My Budget was the original title. These are the jeans! These are the cool jeans that she tries to wear, and then she... Look at that. Wow, look at that at the bottom. Those really flare out, don't they? These look very custom made, I feel like. Well, they're called unique jeans. Unique. Yeah, these were the jeans. All bedazzled and with the sequin stuff there. The reason why I have this too, I'm pretty sure my mom wore those at some point. But the reason why I have those is my dad wrote that episode, so it was only fitting that that he would or we would get the iconic prop from that episode. I did, speaking of iconic props and wardrobe, I did recently learn the potential whereabouts of the unicorn sweater. When I was talking to this writer recently, he was like, "Oh yeah, the sweater. I had the sweater. I sold it on eBay." And I was like, "Who has the sweater?" But he didn't have the unicorn sweater. That was evidently some other sweater that was a backup sweater that was not the unicorn. And I found out, he told me who had the unicorn sweater last. So I'm going to try to follow up on that and try to find it maybe. I don't know. That'd be kind of funny to have the unicorn sweater, the actual one. So yeah, I'll try to find that and I'll get back to you. But the jeans still exist. Okay, another piece of clothing. This time, I believe this is, Miranda. This is Miranda's shirt from episode... I don't know what it is right now. I'll look it up later and I'll edit it in. It's from... Oh, that episode. I love that episode. That's a great episode. But yeah, it's a kitty cat. And I'm pretty sure, again, my mom wore that for a while. Okay, and then also I have a random assortment of other things that my parents sent, because I told them to send me just like an assortment of the highlights, and I don't know where these are from, so I'm gonna leave it to you all. Can you please let me know? Find these items of clothing. This looks like a skirt or something. Yeah, that's a skirt. That feels like a Kate skirt. I don't know. All right, here's this item. All right, that's number one. I think these are the jeans that Mom ends up buying instead of the Style Shack ones. But I'm not really sure. So let me know. That's item number two. And then this is a skirt that's kind of needs to be washed. That feels like a Miranda. Is that a? Let's see. Nothing is written on there. That feels like a Miranda top. I don't know. God, this one seems like a Lizzie top, but it I don't know. What's it say? No name. Miranda always wore like very patriotic shirts, I feel like. And then you got this one. Wow, this one screams, I feel like, early 2000s more than anything. That this would probably actually do extremely well right now. This on just like not even being attached to the show. If you put this on Depop right now, it would probably catch a pretty penny. All right, and now the final item. And this is quite possibly the most rare item. Matt's sweet Air Jordans. Which episode were these from? Well, it's from an episode that nobody has ever seen and nobody ever will see. These are the shoes that Matt wears in the reboot, and these are his really cool, sweet Air Jordans. So the story behind this is we shot the 2 episodes in November of 2019, and then we were supposed to come back in January. Spoiler alert, we did not. And I really like the shoes, and I told Wardrobe, I was like, hey, you mind? I'm just gonna hang on to these shoes over the winter break. You mind? I'm just gonna hang on to them. They're really cool. I'm gonna borrow them for a little bit. They were like, okay, well, just make sure you bring them back. Don't lose them, please. Bring them back and keep them clean. I was like, yeah. Don't worry about it. And then we never came back, and so now these are mine. So that's fun. Anyway, Thank you all for joining me today on all the shit that I stole. I'll probably show some more shit that I stole because there's, like I said, I have an attic at my parents' just chock full of stuff. And let me know in the comments if you can find the episode where the other stuff was. I would like to know where those are from. And then, I don't know, if we go on strike again, check out Depop. Who knows? All right, bye.